YouTubers. uh, it's a very special day today indeed, because we have a new drone in the family. uh, Honestly, I've always been a fan of the DIY stuff, do it yourself, scratch building and stuff like that, you know. However, I wasn't getting any good range really. 4 kilometers was the max. I've seen people doing much more range with less power that I was doing, and unfortunately I just can't get the results. I've tried everywhere, in isolated places, in crowded places. For some reason it's not working well for me. So I finally decided, well, why not have a commercial drone, a so-called camera drone. And I wasn't really keen of the idea of spending few hundred, well, not few hundred, but 800 euros, let's say, for a DJI Mavic stuff. So when I saw the advertisement, the commercial of Xiaomi Fimi with promised 8 kilometers of range, I was like, yes. And it was also quite cheap compared to DJI. So today we have the box, and although this is not unboxing, by no means it is not unboxing, it is the actual maiden flight of this drone. So we will see now how it flies. Come along and I'll show you what's inside the box. If you can see, look at me, if you can see, my t-shirt is white, the drone inside is white, and the iPad is white. I'm used to goggles to be able to see what's in the goggle and fly somewhere far. Now with this camera thing, with this tablet thing, I don't know how it's going to work really. To my understanding, it will be a different learning curve, quite different. So I got it a few days ago, as a matter of fact, and as much as I wanted to give it a try straight away, I decided that to do the smart thing, really, the good thing. And I went through the manual. Yes, I know, I've been flying for 6 years already, but I had to go through the manual. And so let's see what's inside. You probably already know, there is a remote control with some fancy little thumbsticks that you need to screw in. There you go. One, they stay here, right here, and you need to pry them open. I mean, it's I don't know what to say. It's a clone of DJI for some reason. So small tiny antennas, but they do miracles. Like I said, I'm not going to go into any details because you've probably seen that long time ago with, I mean, this is the 2020 model. However, it from the outside it looks identical with the previous version that was just XE 2018, with a slightly less range and slightly less battery and stuff. This is supposed to be better, but we'll see. There is some wind, really. It's not the strongest wind I've seen. It's okay. It's 30 degrees, and therefore we need some wind. And so there is a drone right here. Right here, there is a drone. It comes with this little thing that is supposed to keep the gimbal. Actually, I've 3D printed a nice gimbal protector. I got the STL file from Thingiverse. So if you have a 3D printer, don't spend any money on it, just print it. The file is already there. So here's the drone. We open, well, actually there is a way that you need to do it in order to have this done. So first the bottom legs and then the top one, because otherwise they will, you know, work against each other and it will not work. And we got propellers. Now with the propellers, I mean, I'm used to carbon fiber, I'm used to steel and metal, and that's all plastic. I mean, look at it, it's plastic. Yeah, they look nice, but plastic stuff. The good thing about those is that they're quite cheap. So if you break a prop, not a big deal. You can buy a whole bunch of them for really cheap. Also, it was already mentioned once, but I'd like to repeat that to our audience. Right here, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that here? There is a mark that actually shows the direction of the propeller. And also there is a mark here. If you look at the drone, there is also a mark. I mean, it's a white copter. That's what it is. It's made for people that have no idea how to fly. And by the way, this is something very important and very troublesome in general. People that have no idea how to fly, because the drone can fly by itself, they buy that kind of stuff, they just plug it in and start flying, and yeah, sure, it flies until it crashes. Because in an emergency situation, some people will not know what to do, simply because they thought that this flies all by itself. And to the most extent, it really does, but not quite. So, we need to put the propellers. And how do we put them? Let's see. So this one should go like that, and they click. So this one clicks. We need to find the counter propeller. So if this is going this way, this should go that way. So clockwise and counterclockwise. It's important that those propellers, they are correctly installed. Otherwise the drone will not fly, and moreover it can crash easily because no lift will be created. So next propeller, this one, there it is. All right, and now this one. Okay. Ooh, honestly, I don't like that. I mean, look at the props. Look how close they are to each other. Yes, if you look into them in that direction, you will see that they do not cross, and that's good. But if they flex, well, it's okay, but it's kind of iffy. That's the gimbal. Probably one of the reasons why I bought the drone. And there it is. I will remove this box now, because we don't need it anymore, at least not for now. And then we have this. So it's quite neat that you can put your iPad, and there is a slot here, right here. You can put your tablet or phone or whatever and connect your iPad, and then there's an USB here. You plug in the USB. Okay, now we turn the remote control by just pressing short once and then long once. The iPad will automatically turn on. I mean, it will show the iPad, and also the app should start automatically. Since this is the Maiden flight, I really don't I haven't set it up this way. So the most important thing is this switch here, the oh shit mode. Basically, if something goes wrong, we should switch it over, and it should come back right here. Because those legs are so tiny and the gimbal is so low, I will not advise anybody to fly this drone from the grass. I mean, not good. If one of the propellers hit any of those bushes, that grass here, it will damage the prop. Once the prop is damaged, even slightly, this will bring oscillations and vibrations to the home airframe. This will put extra stress on the gimbal, and eventually we will have jello, and nobody wants jello, right? So let me move that back to where it was. Okay, and now it is time to turn the drone on. How do we do it? Press 1 and then hold. There you go. Now from here we will adjust antennas because they need to be really like that. Okay, and we click on enter device. Okay, now gimbal not ready, this is normal, but we already have 4 satellites, which is good. Now it says cannot take off simply because it's the system preheating. Now it says ready to go. So at this point we click on record and it is already recording. Now all we have left to do is take off. And how do we do that? We go back a bit. Okay, we go back a bit and we click on this one, I guess. Okay, the drone will take off and to a height of 4 meters. Please fly in an open area. Sure. Okay.